United States of America, as well as NATO allies that are aligning themselves with America, are on high alert. They say Russia is preparing the use of some sort of large weapon type. They don't know exactly what it is, or at least they're not releasing that information to the public, but it lines up with the United States of America setting up nuclear sniffers inside of Ukraine over the last couple of days. Russia has come out and said that they must remove Zelensky from power. They have said that a regime change is absolutely vital to Russian interests and the continuity of Russia as a country and a government. So here we have the USA, NATO allies, against Russia. Russia saw this attack, which whether it was a false flag or whether it was a legitimate Ukrainian attack that got the drones past Russian air defenses, which I don't see as being that likely unless it was some sort of insider attack. What we're going to have is the witnessed repercussion from this in the next couple of days. This is going to continue. Russia did give off a little bit of an offensive after the drone attack, but what we're expecting in the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks, is going to be massive in comparison. Then you look at what's happening in the USA. Economists say that the age of the dollar has come to an end. This is as the U.S. Treasury warned that the U.S. government could default as soon as June 1st. That's just a couple of weeks away. The U.S. government has grappled with the possibility of a default. The potential consequences, they say, are extremely dire, life-threatening to the U.S. government as a whole. A default will lead to widespread unrest as people face financial hardship unlike they ever have before due to job loss, reduced household wealth, and skyrocketing inflation. In history, we would look back at the last 2 years and think that the amount of inflation they have allowed to procure would be just getting us ready for what comes next. You want to talk about $40 gallons of milk, $80 bags of bread? That's the future that some economists warn is ahead for America. In January, the U.S. Treasury took special accounting maneuvers in an action to avoid a default, but these measures no longer suffice. If the U.S. does default now or in the future, we will see an immediate spike in unemployment, estimated to be well over 15%. 6 to 9 million people will lose their jobs, according to Moody's and other reporting outlets. This would be a higher unemployment rate than the peak of 2009, and the recession will last 3 to 5 years before any ounces of recovery are seen, even at a corporate or economic level. The fallout from this sort of action would be staggering. Total GDP loss is projected to be around $700 billion to $1.5 trillion, while $12 trillion in household wealth will be lost. PCE inflation, that's the Federal Reserve's preferred inflationary gauge, will rise above 10 to 12%. It will double peak inflation rates that were seen in 2022. A global depression is guaranteed.